Hey, welcome back. I know I've been slacking. Um, Quick update, I am 14 weeks out. My weight went up since I went on vacation. I know I need to tighten it up a little bit, but I did make my reservations and my hotel, so I guess I gotta get going. Today, I just wanted to talk about balancing work, life, and then prep. It's probably one of the hardest parts of competing. And if I'm being honest, this is where people either burn out or go to extremes or fail. So, how can you actually balance prep with a full time job, a life, and still stay consistent without losing your mind? Because here's the truth: prep shouldn't be your whole life, but it can easily take over your whole life if you let it. You have work responsibilities, you have relationship, you have children, you have life shit, you have energy levels that fluctuate, you have PMS, and still you're expected to train, hit cardio, follow your nutrition, pose, all of it. And that's where people start thinking, I need to do more, I should push harder, or I can't do this. And that's when things become unsustainable. So, what I used to do is just go all in on everything, making sure that prep was my priority, overtrain, train if I'm tired, sick, everything, um, and letting my mood depend on prep. And yeah, I got results physically, but mentally, it just exhausted me and burned me out. And it probably made my experience way harder than it needed to be. So this time around, I've been trying to do things different, as I've been saying. And I'm trying not to let prep be my entire identity, and I'm trying to learn how to integrate it into my life instead of it letting it take over. So more like a balanced approach. So before I go any further, I need to add that I have consistent habits. I have staples in my nutrition that's ingrained, and I'm in a good body composition to handle prep this way. And again, although I don't know what my outcome will look like, I certainly am enjoying this prep and my lifestyle overall this time around. So if you're just starting off in your fitness or lifestyle journey, I'm not saying that you don't need to change anything and it can be all balanced and easy. You do need to have like a foundation under your belt. I do have a freebie, quick bikini prep habits. I'll link below so you can kind of work on some of those staples if you don't have your foundation set yet. So first of all, how I balance everything is I simplify it. So I don't overcomplicate anything. My workouts are structured. I also look at my week, and I move my workout days around according to like my son's sports or school obligations or work meetings or flying to another island. So it just helps alleviate last minute pressure. And then most of my meals are repetitive, and I prep every week. The more decisions you have to make, the harder it is to stay consistent. So I map everything out. So the only time I adjust meals or workouts is if there's something that comes up unexpectedly. I've been tracking for years now, so I know how to make adjustments. Like I mentioned before, you do need to have some habits under your belt so you can make adjustments on the fly. So then I focus on non negotiables. So I ask myself what actually matters today. So for me, it's hitting my workouts, getting my cardio in, and following my nutrition. So everything else is flexible. Yes, posing is important, stretching is important, um, mindset is important, but I'm just making sure that there's certain non-negotiables I don't negotiate with, they're getting done. And then I manage my energy, not just my time. So some days I have more energy than others. And instead of forcing perfection like I usually do, I just adjust. Because pushing yourself into that burnout period doesn't make you better, it just makes things inconsistent in the long run. So if I'm sick or if my body's not able to push through, I will take the rest day over forcing myself. So I've never allowed this flexibility in the past. So it's a nice change for me. So I'm not saying you should let this be an excuse if you're not feeling it, because you will definitely have off days. But I'm just saying now I don't believe in forcing myself anymore. So I still also make time for my family, my relationships, my downtime, and things outside of prep. Because if your entire life revolves around prep, when prep is over, it's like you lose a part of yourself. Um, So I'm speaking from experience here, and I am an all or nothing perfectionist type of person. So this is a change for me. Lastly, a mindset shift is I stop looking at it like I have to do everything perfect. And I look at it more like I'm doing everything consistently every week. And so that's the difference. You don't need extremes to be successful. You just need structure, consistency, and then just like awareness. So at the end of the day, I feel that prep should challenge you, of course, but it shouldn't consume you. I've lived this way for the past like 9, 10 shows, and maybe I'm the only one who pushes this hard. But if you are like me, I want to share that prep can be different. You can still pursue your goals, show up for yourself, and still have a life outside of it all. And honestly, I think that's what makes this prep feel different for me. So this video is part of my series, Can You Do a Bikini Competition Without Extremes? Where I'm showing what prep actually looks like when you focus on balance instead of burnout. So if you're going through prep or thinking about it, I hope this helps you see that there's another way to do this. So make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.